Item 5. Mr. Maher, Massachusetts School Building Authority, please, statement of interests.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Good.
By the way, before you get into that, I would just like to thank you for assisting in the Sheriff's Department grounds cleanup. They spent some 18 days in the school facilities doing a good job, doing some long overdue maintenance. So without your assistance and your department's assistance, we could not have got that done. So I appreciate that effort on behalf of the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. What we're looking for here is a vote to allow or to of approval for the superintendent to submit a statement of interest to the Mass School Building Authority for some needed renovations in some of my schools, our schools. The first one on the list is the Highland Elementary School. I put a little narrative there in the priority 5, which is replacement, renovation, modernization of the school facility systems such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating, and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs in the school facility. My narrative is short. Highland Elementary School opened 1952, 24.3 acres, 2 additions, one in 1954, the last in 1988. The building is generally sound, in need of a new roof. We've submitted a statement of interest already and is in need of a new boiler system. Windows are good. We replaced 6 or 7 years ago, single pane and double pane insulated windows. But we do have an old inefficient HVAC system and old inefficient boilers. One thing I don't have in there is that we've incurred significant expense with repairs on those boilers. We also project that we should be able to save close to 10% the new efficient heating system in high school.
You want to do this one at a time?
Yeah.
I think that's what we have to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Question. This is the state program. This is separate, just so everyone's clear. The building authority is separate from looking at the prospective new building. This is the program that's in place for the boilers, the windows, the roofs, monies that have been freed up through federal grants, I think, through the state, and that's what we're looking to tap with these motions, correct?
This is called the Green Repair Program.
Okay.
Unlike building a new school, but this will reimburse us 62 cents on the dollar and give us a chance at making these much needed repairs for renovation. Without that, I don't believe we can move forward.
And just to restate, by making these repairs, we're also hoping to actually save money going forward with the 10% a year is what you were gauging?
Heat, yeah, 10% on the heating system.
And is that pretty much across the board for all these schools? So we don't have to keep asking that question?
I believe so. Vocational might be a little higher when we get there.
Considering this hole's never used no heat to it.
Yes, sir.
Quick question. I wonder, would it add to our application if you were to put in the part you said you didn't put in about how much it costs to repair boilers over the last few years?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This hasn't gone in yet.
So that'll go in there?
Sure.
Okay.
And is there a priority list? I mean, we're voting on Highland first, but is Highland more of a priority than Southampton Road, which I know has been an issue in the past?
No, I have them all set at the same priority.
Okay, so,
Which is to
so
extend
by
the life
voting
of the
them in this order, it would just...
Yes, to extend the life of the building.
Okay. Frank, haven't we get, basically you could say preliminary approval for rooftops at Southampton anyways?
Southampton Road and Highland School
Yeah.
have been approved.
Yeah, for the rooftops.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're ready to move forward with its design selection on that.
Okay, great.
Thank you. Yeah. So, accept.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion that we accept the statement of interest regarding Highland Elementary School as presented.
And just so everybody knows that once we do that, they go to the city council to be reviewed, and then they have to be accepted there before they go down to the state. That's correct. Motion's been made.
Second.
Seconded. Any discussion?
Is that vote complete enough for, because we have to submit the minutes of the meeting, is there enough information included in that vote to pass approval by the school building? Is that, John, is that a good enough vote, or do you have to read through?
You have to read.
Well, as presented, so
You have to read. You
Read
have
it.
You have a document. You have a document that is written for the city council, and you have to read it. 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 You have the same form of vote like you did before, having convened in open session, the school committee. You have this?
I think we have to read it in its entirety.
Okay, why don't
Yes,
you go ahead, I don't have it from
Sure.
you, Marion, if you wanna read it.
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
read it.
I'd like to make a motion at this open school committee meeting in accordance with its charter, bylaws, and ordinance to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority the statement of interest dated September 20th, 2010 for the Highland Elementary School located at 34 Western Avenue here in Westfield, and which describes and explains the following deficiencies in the priority category for which Westfield, Mass. Wishes to apply to the Massachusetts School Building Authority. Priority 5 being replacement, renovation, or modernization of school facility systems such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating, and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs at this facility.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Yeah. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mrs. Cleveland, yes. Mr. Duval?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Chairman Knappich?
Yes, thank you. Item B.
Second.
I would like to make a motion in accordance with the charter, bylaws, and ordinance to authorize the superintendent to submit to the Massachusetts School Building Authority the statement of interest dated September 20th, 2010 for the Paper Mill Elementary School located at 148 Paper Mill Road here in Westfield, which describes and explains the following deficiencies in our priority category for this building would be priority number 5, replacement, renovation, or modernization of school facility systems such as roofs, windows, boilers, heating and ventilation systems to increase energy conservation and decrease energy-related costs in a school facility.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Mrs. Cleveland, yes. Mr. Duval?
Yes.
Mrs. Sullivan?
Yes.
Mr. Sullivan?
Yes.
And Chairman Knappich?
Yes.